What's up guys, it's a really exciting video today. So this is the biggest modification I've done to my car so far. So I got a JB4. This is the piggyback tune, right there, bam. So the wires hook up here, got the Bluetooth module there, zip tied across, Velcro down, so Velcro comes off. I'm not gonna pull it off, but it's Velcro down, so you can remove it. Got it zip tied right here. The wires all nice and tucked, and then the wires, I route them right through there under this part of the intake box. And then here's the fuel wire, comes up, got the other map sensor wires. The other one goes down there, to connection down there. The other one goes in here. I'll be talking a little bit more specifically about how to get to these and which wires go where in a little bit. Here's a fuel wire, runs across here, connects over here. Why would you buy a JB4 over, let's say, an ECU tune or something like the race chip or the other 6-element engineering Rev 6, I believe it's called. So I got the JB4 because it's relatively cheap. I think it was like $600 or $700. It was around there, and it's plug and play. So you just take the wires, you plug them in, you slap some spark plugs in there, and then you just go on a drive, and it's that simple. Do I think the JB4 is worth your money? I do. So you can buy these things for $400, $500 all day on the Facebook groups, the new and used parts Facebook groups. You can buy them on there for really cheap. Yeah, I will say it's worth your money. It doesn't add like a crazy ton of horsepower or anything like that, but it definitely is noticeable. It feels really good. When that boost kicks in, it is definitely noticeable over stock. Especially if you're running an E30 tune or the Map 5 race fuel tune. It is very noticeable. Now, if you're worried about warranty and you want there to be zero issues of like maybe your warranty getting voided, I will say just don't tune your car. Don't even worry about it. Just keep it stock. But the JB4 is a good alternative if you want to tune your car and kind of keep your warranty too at the same time. Because let's just say like some issue goes wrong with your car, right? You just unplug it and your ECU is still reading that it's running at stock levels and everything. So it's just like, it's kind of undetectable. So obviously if they find out and they know, if Hyundai Corporation knows that you're running a tune, then obviously they'll go and void your warranty if that tune had to play in causing the issue. But a lot of mechanics, they really don't care that much. Some obviously do, but I got a friend who's a tech at a Honda dealership, and he said like a lot of time like they just really don't care. My experience overall with it, I've had no issues with the tune. Just want to make sure that you're using good fuel. Don't go to top tier gas stations. I stick to Exxon or Shell. And then for E85, usually go to a Sheetz gas station. But yeah, just get good quality fuel. Also, you have to change your spark plugs. So I'm running the HKS Superfire. They're like, I forget, like MX45 or I don't know, it's something like that. Anyways, you can look them up on Berger's website, 6-Element's website, bunch of different places sell them. But yeah, you have to run different plugs, colder plugs, and when you get them, gap them down to like 0.023 or 0.024. So I gapped mine down to 0.024, and it made a big difference. Like, it was noticeable. When I had put the plugs in, it was idling very rough, and then I re-gapped the plugs down and the rough idle was gone. It was a bit smoother. It held power up the rev range a little bit better. So definitely gap your plugs if you change them, if you're tuning the car. Re-gap your plugs, gap them down. But yeah, I mean, that's the tune. If you got any more questions about it, let me know. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to get it through the firewall here, the OBD2 sensor or plug. So get a coat hanger here, if I can get it to focus. There we go, just normal coat hanger, metal coat hanger, and just get some string. This is actually some old yo-yo string that I had. Just loop it around there. What you want to do, so you want to take your, this is under the steering wheel. So there's your firewall. There's a hole right here, and what you need to do is get this wire through that hole right there. And the way you do it is you take your coat hanger. I'm just gonna demonstrate it. You take your coat hanger with a string. I'm gonna try to explain it a little bit better. So you get your coat hanger and you attach a string to the end of it, right? And you stick that string through the firewall. That coat hanger, the metal portion, should come up through this little hole here, somewhere in there. You should see it coming up through here. And then you grab it. You might need to make a little hook. Let me show you what I made. Right over here. This is what I made. I made this to grab it. So when you see that coat hanger coming up here, what you want to do is you want to get this. This is made off the same coat hanger, and you stick this down in there, and you hook it around that coat hanger, and you pull it through, or the string. You pull the string through, and then what you want to do is you don't want to pull that string all the way through. You want it to be dangling down there under the steering wheel. So this right here, this piece right here, this is the wire. See this wire? See how it routes right back through there? This wire right here is going to be down there in the floor. And you just tie a knot around this, tie the string to that wire, and you shove that wire through the firewall, and you take your string and you pull that wire all the way up through here. You see how it's right through? You just pull that wire through here, and then you plug it in there. And that is how you get your OBD2 port wire through the firewall. That's the easy way. There's other people that route it. Somehow they get it through the door here, some way like that, but I don't know. I figured it was easier to just run it through the firewall. You just use a coat hanger. It's fairly easy to do that. That's how you get the OBD2 port or wire through the firewall to the JB4. Probably the hardest part about the install. Also, one other thing about the install that is very important. So what I'm about to show you, how to hook up the JB4. So you will see other videos on YouTube from a few other YouTubers, and also on JB4 on Burger Motorsports website that are incorrect. So I talked with Terry at Burger Motorsports, and he verified that this was the correct way to hook up the JB4. So what you want to do is put your brown wire right here on the manifold. The other wire, you can see it just barely right down there. So that is the other wire down there on the charge pipe. So the one that goes down here, that is the rainbow wire. So make sure when you're hooking it up, the rainbow wire goes on the connection down there, and the brown wire goes on the manifold connection right there. And that is not how they'll show you how to do it on a lot of YouTube videos. I had it hooked up wrong for the majority of the time I had it on the car. It still makes boost and it still feels pretty good, but it is incorrect. This is the correct way to hook it up.